episode of The Process with Sammy Star. And this is going to be the last episode for this year. Yeah. And next year, I'm believing that we'll be having more videos or more content rather. Yeah. Might not be as long as it used to be before, but more content, more frequently, and every of it is going to be edifying. So, firstly, I want to apologize for it's been quite some time. Yeah, I've done this or uploaded a video. One of the few reasons is because of work, of which is not supposed to be so. Yeah, well, you have to juggle everything together and everything. But most importantly, one of the few most important things we should do is learn how to prioritize our purpose. Yeah, the purpose should not be the last thing in the list. It should actually be the first. So you should think of yourself in a way that if this were to be my last day on earth, or my last minute on earth, what would I not be happy, or what would I regret not doing now? And immediately you think of it, whatever comes to your mind, go ahead and do it. Yeah. So as you can see, I was actually working then. I decided to actually just do this because inspiration came. So I'll be telling you how I got my first camera, my first professional camera actually. Yeah, because this is a process, and oftentimes when people rise to stardom and all that stuff like that, they really do not have the time to tell us about how they went through the process of life and some of the difficult situations and those things that broke them down. Alright, so let me just go straight into business because I don't want this video to elapse 15 minutes or so. Yeah. So firstly, the first thing I would like us to know is that I told you earlier in the first episode of this on my YouTube channel that I am a photographer and cinematographer. So basically, the work has been going on well. I've been renting cameras and all that. So there's really nothing wrong with renting equipment. I don't know the field that you are, the person watching at the end of the camera, but I'm just using my own field as a point of explanation or a point of reference so that we could understand. So I was renting camera and all those stuff, but one of the first things I discovered was I knew that it was time for me to advance or to move forward in business. Do you understand? So it was time for me to expand. Business was expanding beyond what I could actually continue renting equipment for. Do you understand? I could rent other equipment, but not as such as cameras. Do you understand? Like fundamental. So the first thing I want you to take note is that I knew that it was time for expansion. Do you understand? There are some steps we take personally in our life. It is not yet time for those steps. Do you understand? So you should be able to know when it is time. And how did I know when it is time? The demand, do you understand, on my service was increasing. Do you understand? And the way the business works is like if you go to rent a camera, for instance, it's per day. Do you get? So if I'm traveling to Benin, let's say for instance, and I rent camera per day, let's say 7K, or just 7K. Yeah, average camera in Nigeria, 7K, 5K. So if I rent a camera for 7,000 naira and per day, I might be traveling today I might be traveling tomorrow or I traveled yesterday to Benin City. Do you get my point? If I travel yesterday, I have not done the job. You get? But I have to take the camera for that day. The due day, that is the job day. Do you understand? That's even if it's more than one camera. Then the next day, that is 3 days, approximately 3 days, of which I'm only using the camera for just 1 day. Now, the person renting this camera to you has no business whether you're using it for 1 day or 2 days. His own point is that you have taken the camera, the day you take it, your money begins to come. So the moment it's still longer at your point, you are paying more for it. Do you understand? So I was getting jobs and I had to. Do you understand? And one of the incidents that happened, I'll share with you. There was a particular, I've shared with some of my friends, and if you are watching this, I'm going to remember. There was a particular time I rented the camera from someone. Yeah. I had several instances. Do you understand? When I rented the camera, I was coming back from the job. I went to work around my 12. Yes, around my 12. So I was coming back very late at night. You know the way Lagos is. I based in Lagos. And the way Lagos is, the traffic and all that. So I was coming back that day and we're scheduled to meet at Ebeda, if you know Ebeda very well. So I called this person at Ebeda. I called him when I got to Ebeda. He was not taking his phone. So I feel maybe what he felt was like I should have waited longer. But I did not wait longer because time was going. So I just waited like 15 minutes. I was definitely there. You know, this work is very, very stressful. So I just boarded the bus and I left immediately. I think after some minutes. only for me to get to, I was not even have to be, only for me to get to my food like the, I felt the person was waiting for me to get to my gate. Then I got to my gate or my house, entering inside my estate. The guy just called me like, okay. I told him that boys have left. Like, can I bring this camera tomorrow morning? You know the interest, but I got there around after 11. I got home, I beat my gate around after 11 at night. Do you understand? This guy asked me to bring the camera back. That if the camera skips me, I have to pay an extra fee. Do you understand? I told him I was going to bring it the next morning before even going to church as early as possible. He said no. He declined. I had to bring it back. So things like that. I have no issue with the person. I'm just trying to explain, you understand, what prompted me thinking outside the box. And there was another time, I think I was working with someone's camera and the camera got spoiled. I had to pay for the services. But there was another time I was working with someone's camera. So things have happened, do you understand? So I just feel like, okay, to see, I feel that it is high time for me to actually have my own stuff and all that. So that's what inspired getting a professional camera, yeah. A good camera for my work and all that. Although before then I had a smaller one I was using, but it was not yet professional. That's why I said how I got my first professional camera. Do you understand? And definitely I know that I'm going to buy more, definitely. That's not really a prayer, but I will definitely buy more cameras. Alright, so now another thing I want us to pay attention is that as believers, do you understand? Or wherever you are, there are times that you try to do stuff and it might not work out. I want to tell you the truth, as sincere as it might sound, or as strange as it might sound to you. If it does not work out, it does not mean that God is not in it. You know, people have a way of telling us that, okay, if you try it, first time it does not work, second time it does not, that means God does not want you to do it. I bet to the fact that that is not completely true. Do you understand? Not on all occasions. Yeah, let me use it like that. It might be true on some occasions, but it is not true on all occasions. Do you understand? So I would just like to be free. Please just enjoy this freedom. So yeah, that's what happened. And I tried getting the camera first. I went for a loan. Yes, for a loan at I can't remember the microfinance bank. I'm trying to remember the exact name. If I remember during the course of the video, I'll say. So I tried getting the, I was close to getting the loan, but they declined. And then I felt so bad. I worked out, stressed myself, printed out stuff, going to the office, good, yeah and all that and all that. I was excited that okay, I'm going to get my camera officially, like I'm going to have a good camera and I can go for a job anywhere, I can go for any kind of job and all that, I can do anything, do you understand? But unfortunately, it dashed my hope and I felt down, I felt demotivated, I felt depressed, I felt very bad though. But I'm somebody who I've learned in time past to actually encourage myself by myself. Because for the most part of my life, I've actually been by myself. Do you understand? So even when I'm making the wrong decision, or when I'm making the right decision, that's always been God and myself. You get? So I just encourage myself. So you know, most of us will have said that okay, it didn't work, then that means God does not want to see. Guy, you need to watch that stuff. I don't know, but you need to play for clarity and all that. So I knew that it was my point. It was the point that I was at the point of expansion, and I knew God wanted me to expand. Yes, I knew that. I knew. Do you understand? So another thing that should help you is God's will for your life. If you know what God wants you to do and the will of God for your life. So I took a loan. I bought my camera on the loan. Yes, I bought my camera. It's loan. I borrowed one like loan. I collected a loan. Do you understand? Yeah. So it was about 240,000, but the loan was 200,000. Now before the loan, I have been trying to save money to buy a camera, but immediately I get to the point, maybe I try to pay rent, I just do something else, and the money gets scattered, so I could not buy the camera again, and all those stuff was recurring like that. So I said, okay, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to go out for this loan. So, and another thing that helped me was my personality. Do you understand? I got a couple of friends of mine. Definitely, I spoke to one. You know, see, another thing you should be happy about is that when you're in tough situations in your life, it reveals the character of the people around you. Do you understand? At that point, I got to know people for who they were. Do you understand? I got to know who my friends really were. I'm someone like, at my age, most of you know my age. I don't really have friends that are my age mates. You can't be my friend if you're my age mates, you know. It's very hard because I feel that you don't really have anything to your level of knowledge might be the same with me. So even because of what I've read and people I listen to and all those stuff like that, the demand on my knowledge is always high. So you have to be operating at a high frequency, or at a high rate. Do you understand? So I called. What am I trying to say? I called some of my friends. Yeah, and if you are watching this, Sylvia, Mitchell, and Paul, thank you very much for standing. And Odeyemi Paul, thank you for standing for me. And they had to stand as a guarantor for me. Yeah. You know, although it was not really much, but I think it's worth it. And Pastor Paul, yes, Pastor Paul, he was the person that linked me up. Do you understand? So it had to do with my credibility and personality. So I was someone who the person was like, okay, this guy has no way of running away. He's definitely going to pay this money. So he helped me getting the loan and all that. Yeah. So I took the loan. Yeah, I took the loan of 20,000 and some. You understand? Their own charges and all that. So I got the camera. Now take note of this. I did not use the money to go and buy a phone. I did not use the money to buy an iPhone or clothes or all that. Do you understand? So it is very, very wrong. Do you understand? I've read some reasons, and it's very, very wrong to collect a loan for a liability, something which is a liability, like buying, collecting a loan to buy a car, collecting a loan to buy things like phones and things I know. Do you understand? I knew it then. I calculated everything. The odds were sure. Yeah, let me put it like that. The odds were, although at some point it now started looking like it was not sure, but I had. Do you understand the point? So to some extent, I would have said I knew that I could actually pay the money. Yes, I knew that. I knew I could actually pay the money. I knew it. So the odds were sure. So my point is, like, you might not want to take a loan for something that is not worth it. So I took the loan and I was supposed to pay within a period of 6 months, but the lockdown started and all that, so they give us extension of time, like those 3 months that everybody was on lockdown. Yeah, so I started paying up, but somewhere between, like, I was not able to meet up, and I was not able to meet up. I was not like I was not able to meet up, I was not paying the full amount. Do you understand? So it was kind of doing some issues because of business and all that. But later on, I catch up. Then I paid it. Now, many people will not tell you this. Now, this is the point. I got the camera and all that. Yes. Many people are not going to tell you this. They will just tell you, like, they got it. Do you know why I had to do this stuff? Because I did not have a father or a mother going to call that, send me 20,000, and they're going to send me this one. Nobody's going to do that. So, sometimes in our life, what we need is not really prayer. What we need is just a bold step. Do you understand? It was one of the most courageous steps I took as a young person. Yes, and it inspired me so much. It was one of the most courageous, because the way I was, there's nobody like you can go and meet to give yourself. Who are you for crying out loud? Some of my uncles that I asked for help, I don't want to go into those stories, but there's nobody that can actually help you with that. So you have to be bold enough for yourself and take those steps and those decisions. Do you understand? So most times, what we should characterize as faith should be what? Should be the risks that we take. Do you understand? So there's a risk dimension to life. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Yeah, there are people who travel. There are these guys in Lagos State. If you live in Lagos, there are guys who take bike. All these outside guys, they give them the bike that day. Some of them just learn to drive it within 2 days, and they start riding and they carry people. That's risk, man. We take risk to do different stuff. Do you understand? But in Christendom, let me put it like that, we try to pamper ourselves too much. Like when you do business and it does not work, people tell you that, and God didn't want you to do business. No, it's not true. It's not true. You have to push through. You have to push through sometimes, and push through with a better understanding. I had increased, do you understand, the knowledge. I knew what I needed the camera for. Do you understand? Even friends of mine could testify that, man, your work has actually changed. Do you understand? Because they saw the difference. So it was telling on the work. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? And I was able to pay the loan and the stuff on it, like the interest on it and all that. So that showed that I'm a good business person. Yes, to some extent, yeah. So I'm a good business person. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? So you can actually get to. So it made me know many things about myself and how I worked around stuff and all that. But however, I'm not saying that everybody should take a loan, but your situation might not require taking a loan. You can save up. So my point is, like, if you believe in what you want to do, if you want to go to a film school, if you want to go to a standard university and all that, you can save up to achieve those goals. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? If as small as this goal is, and yeah, I believe it's very, very small. But if it's as small as that and I could achieve it and all that like that, then I mean, I could actually achieve other goals also. Do you understand? So people save up for stuff. If you believe in yourself, that me going out of this country, like what I want is not here. Going out to study is what I need. You can actually do it for yourself. You can do it, invest in yourself. That's what I'm trying to say. Invest in yourself. You feel that I have to attend the training, don't wait for somebody to actually, do you understand? People might not believe in you until you start believing in yourself. Do you understand? Many of us want people to believe in us, but it's unfortunate that people cannot believe in us beyond the degree that we believe in ourselves. Do you understand? So what have you actually done to yourself to prove that somewhere I believe in you, I believe in your dream, I believe in your aspiration, I believe in your goals? What have you done to yourself? I feel you should ask yourself, what have you done for yourself throughout 2020 that proves that what? I actually believe in myself and I'm standing for myself. What have you actually done? Or have you, the only thing you have been doing is, my uncle did not do this for me, my sister did not do, my siblings did not do this, everybody has left me and all that. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? So I got camera and I have a camera, it has been working fine. Job has increased. I even went the camera out. Do you understand? So I had a mini camera and a professional camera. Do you understand? Because I just decided to take it. I would have just remained and still keep praying to God. By now, I'm still praying to God. I'll still be on the camera. People will still be insulting or throwing lashes at me and all that. Do you understand the point? So like that, I could actually inspire somebody that is just starting up. Like, okay, this is how it's going to be, and this is how. That's growth, man. That's growth. Do you understand? And if you're a photographer, it's not a small camera. You get. So I'm not. You get the point, yeah. That's what I'm trying to say. And another thing I want us to know is that as we wrap up this year, please, if you have things that you have planned for in 2021, plan out your life. Yeah. I planned that this was one of the things I'm going to do, and I did it. Yeah, and some other couple of stuff, and I did it. So have goals for yourself. Have goals as you grow. Make sure if you say this is what you're going to do, find a way around it to do it. My sister used to say something, or I don't know. I heard it from her. I learned from her. Your goals are achievable. Your dreams are attainable or are valid. Do you understand? But if somebody just trying to say that word, your goals are achievable. Yeah, they're achievable. The moment you can see it in your heart rather, and convince a method of getting towards it, then definitely it's achievable. Yeah, it's achievable. So I just want you to go into 2020. I'm not going to tell you to write any New Year resolution or all that and all that. I just want you to go into 2020 with the mindset that, okay, this is what I want to do in terms of business, in terms of education, in terms of my spiritual life, in terms of my relationship with people and all that. This is what I want to achieve. I want to be more calm with people. I want to do, and see yourself walk through those paths. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? Sometimes it will require putting yourself on the line. This is putting myself on the line. Do you know, I didn't tell you the detailed part. There were days that, months that I could not pay the loan. And I had it in mind that, man, if they're going to take me to sell loan. My mind was not in the fact that I'm going to call my sister or my brother or somewhere that they're going to, no. I was made up for whatever is going to come out after it. Do you understand? But this stuff, I'm getting it. Do you understand? So you must get to the point whereby life looks you in the eye and you feel like, okay, this is what it really takes to actually be a success. Then I'm giving my life to it. Do you understand? I'm ready to put myself on the line. Do you understand? So if you are not really getting to that point, life is definitely going to sift you to the point that it's going to shake you. Don't think that because you feel you have the talent or all that, everything's going to come at black. No, it's not going to happen like that. I'm sorry. I wish I don't have to tell you that, but I have to tell you. It's not going to happen like that. Do you understand? You will feel bad. You will feel. I'll tell you my experience in business some other time, but this episode will just tell you how I got my camera. So yes, I got my camera through a loan. Yeah, from a microfinance bank, Trust microfinance bank. Yeah, so you can try start your business, but be sure, like I said earlier, be sure it's something you can do. So that's how I got my camera, and since then, business has been from one dimension to the other. We have been upgrading and upgrading and upgrading, and definitely yes, I have credibility with the microfinance bank. Definitely, if I need more money, they're going to give me more. For now, I don't think I need more money. Do you understand my point? Yeah, so that's it. Thank you for joining this episode. And next time we have lots of stuff in store. Yes, lots of stuff in store for you on this episode, on this YouTube channel. And as I said earlier, I might increase the time how I upload next year, yeah, definitely, depending on how it is. But please stay with us, share the videos if they encourage you, if they inspire you to be more of yourself, if they inspire you to do better in your daily life. Please share the video and all that. So, yeah, this is me wishing you Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And make sure you don't give up on whatever stuff. You have come too far to actually give up. Yeah, you have come too far to give up. Alright, so my name is Salistar. Thank you for joining my YouTube channel. Please don't forget to subscribe and turn on the post notification so that you can get that bell. That's where the post notification is. Just ring that bell. Do you understand? And do you know that they don't even charge money for you to subscribe? So it's actually free. So you're going to be seeing some of my friends with me, yes, as I told us earlier, and many other people during the course of next year. Yeah. So I have loads of stuff. So thank you very much. See you guys. Keep chasing your dream, keep believing, and don't stop praying.